They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
And welcome back, everybody. Eric Anderson along with Jeff Lowry. The 4 p.m. ball game now. It's 12 and under. Again, it's the same teams playing, but they're 12 and under version. The Ohana Warriors out of Buckeye against the Eastern Arizona Wildcats out of Chandler. Now, the Warriors are 0-1, coached by Derek White. The owners, Angie and Kevin Harper. They are 0-1, losing 35-0 last week, with the Wildcats 0-1 out of Chandler. Coach K is the head coach. They lost a tough one last week, 14-13. So the captains meeting at midfield. In the black and the aqua green are the Warriors, and then the Wildcats in the white and the blue, and the coin toss at midfield. And 78 degrees here at 4 o'clock, and the breeze was a little bit more breezy early on, but it's calmed down quite a bit, and we'll see who wants this ball. I believe the Warriors won the toss, so we decide to see who wants the ball first, and it's going to be a deferred situation, so the Warriors will get the ball first. The Wildcats won the toss. The Warriors will get the ball first, and they will receive the kickoff. Both a couple of 0-1 teams again. And mentioned 78 degrees out here at La Jolla High School out on the west side of Phoenix. It is in Avondale Boulevard, south of I-10, right around PIR, the Phoenix International Raceway. I think there was a race early on, but La Jolla High School has been around since 2002, so a very nice afternoon for football. Week 2 of the season here, and we're sponsored by Shields Sporting Goods. That's down in the Chandler Mall, down in Chandler, Arizona, the southeast part of the valley. And the husband and wife law team, Mark and Alexis Breyer, for personal injury or wrongful death lawsuits. The husband and wife law team.com. It's Mark and Alexis Breyer. So the Wildcats will kick off. The Warriors will get the ball first, and Kent Boatman, number 3, will be doing the kicking for the Wildcats. Back deep be Lewis Turk, 37. We've got a couple of double numbers for the Ohana Warriors, so we'll have to actually wait and see who goes back to return these kicks. It'll be Flores, number 12, and Lewis Turk back deep to return the kick of Boatman. So both teams 0-1, trying to get their first wins of the afternoon. 78 degrees at kickoff. Jackson Lewis Turk on the far side for the Warriors, and on the near side, Christian Flores. Boatman to kick off for the Wildcats, and we're underway, and that ball bounces right around the 30-yard line, picked up by Flores at the 26-yard line, races to the near side and thrown down right around the 34-yard line. So about a 7-yard return by Flores. Be first down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 34-yard line. The man that finished up the prior ball game, the 11-under, will be the starting quarterback, Kamasi Tagaloa, for the Warriors. Also, Nathan Cisneros will get some opportunities. Flores and Harper both wearing number 12. Davis, 23, the running backs. Rivas, Lewis, Turks, and Jones, the wide receivers, guys to keep an eye on for the Wildcats on defense. Chaz Garcia, number 22, and Raiden Rodriguez, both for the Wildcats, doing a lot of tackling for them. So first down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 34-yard line. Both teams are 0-1. Tagaloa will go out of the shotgun. He'll look to throw and dumps it off left side, and Flores racing straight ahead, and he's close to the first down marker over the 40 out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 10 on the play, and coming up and making that tackle on defense for the Wildcats, Alberto Calvo. A gain of 10 on that little quick toss to the left side. Nathan Cisneros, number 74, will also be doing some of the quarterbacking for the Warriors. It's a first down, move of the chain. Warriors 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Just underway, 4 10-minute quarters here in the opening quarter. So the Warriors are 0-1. They're out of Buckeye. They'll go to work 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Cisneros in at quarterback. 74 will go out of the shotgun, 4-receiver set. Has pressure, and down he goes in the backfield back at the 37-yard line. Big tackle and a sack for the Wildcats. Chaz Garcia, who was the leading tackler last year, and it's a loss of 7 on the sack by Garcia. It'll be 2nd down and 17 for the Warriors from their own 38-yard line. They alternate between Cisneros 74 and Tagaloa 10 for the Warriors at quarterback. 78 degrees and a little bit more breezy early on, but now it's just about perfect out. 2nd and 17. Warriors from their own 38-yard line. Cisneros out of the shotgun, 4-receiver set. Cisneros bobbles the snap, and he's just going to fall on. Garcia makes sure he's down back at the 29-yard line. That'll be a loss of 8, so the Warriors backtracking. Officially, they'll mark it about the 30-yard line, and that is going to set up a long 3rd down. 3rd down and 24 for the Warriors back at their own 30-yard line. Davis, who played in that last game, the 11 under, will check in at running back wearing 23. Rivas also wears 23, but this is Davis going to be in the backfield for the Warriors. 3rd down and 24 for the Warriors back at their own 39-yard or 30-yard line. They need the opposite 43. Davis gets the high snap, goes to his left, and he's going to be taken down for another loss. It was Garcia again, who's been all over the field, and that's going to be a loss of 3. It'll be 4th down and 27, so 3 consecutive plays for losses for the Warriors, and they're backed all the way to their own 27-yard line. They haven't done any punting so far, but let's see if they do. A first down is nearly impossible. Let's see. They're motioning for a punt. And a man back deep for the Wildcats to return this punt. 4th down and 27, and the punt, they just get it away, and it's a high short kick. Bounces and rolls back, and is down around the 44-yard line, a punt of just 20 yards. Be good field position for the Wildcats, 1st down and 10 at the 44-yard line of the Warriors. So the Warriors, with that first possession, certainly just backtracked all the way. 3 consecutive plays which they lost yardage. There's no score here in the first quarter, and the Wildcats will go to work. The quarterback wearing number 9 is Correa, Arian Correa. Running backs 1, Oliver 6, Story, Amalani number 2, wide receivers Wastel 4, Morrow 14, White 12. Guys to keep an eye on defense for the Warriors, Davis 23 and Lewis Turk number 37. So good field position for the Wildcats. 1st down and 10 at the Warriors' 44-yard line. First possession of the ball game, and the Warriors call timeout, an early timeout for the AZ Ohana Warriors. No score midway through the opening quarter as the Wildcats were there for first possession after the 20-yard punt by the Warriors. 1st and 10 Wildcats at the 44-yard line of the Warriors. Correa goes out of the shotgun. 3 receivers. Low snap. He fires deep down the right side. Has a man wide open, and it is going to go incomplete on the far side around the 20-yard line. For a moment, the receiver had it in his hands. And it was on the far side to LaRon White over on the 20-yard line. So Correa showing a good arm down the right side, but it goes incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Wildcats at the 44-yard line of the Warriors. Correa out of the shotgun. Handoff on the delay going left. Running back to the outside and down to the 26-yard line. That's Story. An 18-yard pickup by the running back Story. Zahir Story takes his way all the way down to the 27-yard line. A big run for the Wildcats. 1st down and 10. Wildcats at the 27 of the Warriors. No score. At first, they had to punt after backtracking on 3 consecutive plays. 1st and 10. Wildcats at the 27 of the Warriors. Correa out of the shotgun. 3 receivers. They hand off to Oliver going right. Has running room. Bounces to his right inside the 20. 15 gets to the outside and taken down right around the 10-yard line after a 17-yard pickup. So Oliver picks up 17 down around the right side, and the Wildcats on the move. Jackson Lewis Turk on the tackle, maybe a touchdown-saving tackle on the 17-yard run by Oliver. 1st down and goal for the Wildcats at the 10-yard line of the Warriors. No score. About 3 minutes remaining in the opening quarter, and the Wildcats knocking on the door. Correa goes out of the shotgun. They hand off inside, and going left this time, the big running back fights his way down. It's Kalani Amalani. The big running back picks up 2 around the left side, and it'll be 2nd down and goal at the 8 for the Wildcats. 7, Lewis Turk on defense, and Davis, who played in the first game. Amir Davis had some big plays in that 11 and under ball game. 2nd down and goal for the Wildcats at the 8 of the Warriors. No score. Closing moments of the opening quarter. This time Correa goes under center. They hand off to Oliver going right. Lost his footing and taken down inside the 5-yard line down around the 3. And taken down inside Julian Torres. Amongst others inside. And bottom of the pile also Raymond. So Raymond also in on that stop. A pickup of 5, 3rd down and goal. 4 down territory for the Wildcats at the 3-yard line of the Warriors. This drive started back at the 44 of the Warriors. No score. Closing moments of the opening quarter. Correa out of the shotgun on 3rd and goal. A penalty marker comes in, and going left this time and scoring is Story. But illegal motion against the Wildcats, and that's going to be coming back. So the 5-yard motion penalty against the Wildcats moves it back to the 8-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. Correa out of the shotgun. Story to his right with 4 receivers. Correa has pressure, rolls to his left, going to take off, a race towards the goal line, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. The Wildcats strike first. They lead it 6-0 on the 8-yard touchdown run by Correa in the closing moments of the first quarter. So the Wildcats will try the extra point with Boatman. Kent Boatman will try a 2-point kick conversion. If you decide to kick it at this level, it is 2 points. If you try to pass or run it in, it counts for 1. So Boatman will try the 2-point extra point kick. The snap, the place, a little bit high. The kick is up. And he snuck it through. It is 8-0 in favor of the Wildcats here in the closing moments of the first quarter. 8-0 Wildcats here nearing the end of the opening quarter, and Boatman will kick off for the Wildcats. Back deep, Flores here on the near side. Lewis Turk on the far side for the Warriors. And a squib kick to the far side picked up at the 34-yard line. And this is being brought back close to midfield. And still on his feet is the return man. And a nice return all the way over midfield to the 40-yard line. So Ryder on the return of 24 yards. Good field position for the Warriors. 1st and 10 at the Wildcats' 40-yard line. Wildcats leading 8-0 nearing the end of the first quarter. And Cisneros gets a snap and he goes to his right. Backtracks, in trouble, stays on his feet, cuts it up, and he's going to end up getting taken down for a loss of a couple of yards on that play. Leading the charge for the Wildcats, Chaz Garcia, who was leading tackler last year, a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12. Warriors at the 42-yard line of the Wildcats. Cisneros 74 and Tagaloa 10 will alternate at quarterback for the Warriors. 2nd down and 12. Warriors the 42 of the Wildcats. Cisneros out of the shotgun. He will look to throw, heaves it to the near side, and this goes incomplete into double coverage intended for Franz Jones. So welcome back, everybody. Eric Anderson along with Jeff Lowry. It's 8-0 in favor of the Warriors on an 8-yard touchdown run by the Warrior quarterback Correa. Closing moments of the first quarter. It's 3rd down and 12 for the Warriors at the 42-yard line of the Wildcats. Wildcats up 8-0. Tagaloa will go out of the shotgun as he is checked in at quarterback. He hands off going right this time, and running back fights his way down close to the 35-yard line, and that time Christian Flores getting the carry. And he was taken down by Atticus Coleman. So a pickup of about 5 yards on that play. It brings up 4th down and 7 for the Warriors at the 37 of the Wildcats. Tagaloa is the quarterback. Flores, the running back, lines up to his left. Tagaloa throws over the middle and undershot the intended target that time. He was trying to get it to Ryder. It goes incomplete. On downs, the Wildcats will take over. And that's the end of the opening quarter. It is 8-0 in favor of the Warriors. Back in a moment with the second quarter.
They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
Wildcats with an 8-0 lead as we start the second quarter. They got the 8 points on an 8-yard touchdown run by the quarterback Correa, a 2-point extra point kick by Boatman. And on down, the Wildcats take over 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Correa is the quarterback. Amalani, or I should say, Ramaya Mullen, I believe now is the tailback. Man goes in motion is Morrow towards the far side. The handoff inside, nothing doing. Clough with a big tackle as they handed it off to Mullen. So Clough with a big tackle, wearing number 41. So a loss of 2 on the play. It's 2nd down and 12. Wildcats on their own 35-yard line. Correa will go out of the shotgun. 3 receiver set. Correa will look to throw, throws across the middle on a little slant route, and it is complete to White. And he is taken down almost immediately, right around the 44-yard line, that time by Flores. A gain of 9 on the play, 3rd down and 3 for the Wildcats from their own 44-yard line. 4 receivers, Correa goes out of the shotgun, and we've got offside. I would guess that the Warriors were not drawn offside, and they were not. It'll be offside against Azyfl Ohana. It'll be an automatic 1st down for the Wildcats, moving up to the 48-yard line, 1st down and 10. Wildcats trying to add to an 8-0 lead here, early stages of the second quarter. Wildcats are out of Chandler. 1st and 10 Wildcats from their own 49-yard line. 4 receivers, Correa will go out of the shotgun. And a quick toss left side. It is complete. Off to the races this time is White down the left sideline. 1 man to beat, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. 51 yards on that quick toss to the left side to White. And it's now 14-0 in favor of the Wildcats. About 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Correa will hold for Boatman, who will try the 2-point kick conversion. He made the first one. This to try to make it 16-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Snap in the place. That kick is up. He popped it up, and he a little bit short and to the left, and the score remains 14-0 in favor of the Wildcats. About 6 minutes remaining in the first half. The Shields Sporting Goods. They're at the Chandler Mall down in Chandler, Arizona. It's more than a sporting goods store. It's a destination built to serve athletes, families, and fans of all ages across Arizona and the East Valley. So Shields, one of the biggest around, down at the Chandler Mall down in Chandler, which is the home of the Eastern Arizona Wildcats, who lead at 14-0 here. About 6 minutes remaining in the half.
Watch onside. Gonna be short.
Boatman will kick off for the Wildcats. Ryder back deep on the far side. A short kick to the 37-yard line. And that return is about 7 yards coming back the other way for the Warriors. And the Wildcats leading 14-0, about 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 1st down and 10, Warriors from their own 44-yard line. Tagaloa will go out of the shotgun. Has pressure, throws with a man in his face, and it was nearly intercepted through the hands of Carson Smith of the Wildcats, who had an interception in his hands but couldn't hold on. So, interception opportunity by Smith, but he couldn't hold on to the ball. It's 2nd and 10 for the Warriors from their own 44. Kamasi Tagaloa in at quarterback, and Flores checks in at running back, lines up to his left in the backfield on 2nd and 10. Warriors from their own 44. Again, Tagaloa throws to the right side, and that one nearly picked up again into traffic, and Atticus Coleman nearly grabbed that one. So Warriors facing a 3rd and 10. They're down 14-0, about 4 minutes remaining in the opening half. Wildcats with an 8-yard touchdown run by Correa, and then a 51-yard touchdown pass reception by White. They are 1 out of 2 in kick PATs are the Wildcats. 3rd and 10, Warriors from their own 45-yard line. They need to get over midfield to the 46 for a first down. Tagaloa hands off to Flores going right, trying to get to the outside, and he's not going to get there. It's going to be a loss on the play. So a big tackle by the Wildcats, Blake Beck. See if they punt it away. Back deep for the Wildcats, Garcia. And that snap is snapped to the up man, Franz Jones. And he races to the far side but didn't pick up the first down. Atticus Coleman on the stop, and if everything comes out without any penalties, it'll be on downs in a sense over to the Wildcats at midfield. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from midfield. They lead at 14-0, about 4 minutes remaining in the first half. The fake punt try by the Warriors did not work, and the Wildcats go to work. Correa out of the shotgun. They hand off to Story going left. Gets to the outside, stays on his feet, and fights his way close to the 40-yard line, a pickup of about 9. Officially, they credit Story with a gain of just about 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2, Wildcats at the 42 of the Warriors. Correa will go out of the shotgun on 2nd down and 2. He looks to throw, throws over the middle into traffic, and it's complete down right around the 32-yard line in traffic, and it was Kaiden Wastel making the catch. And a gain of about 10 down to the 32-yard line, and the Wildcats on the move, trying to increase a 14-0 lead here in the closing moments of the second quarter. Oliver checks out for the Wildcats. Checking in, Ramaya Mullen, big number 24 for the Wildcats. He's in at running back. First and 10, Wildcats of the 32 of the Warriors. 3 receivers out of the shotgun. Correa Moro goes in motion. They hand off to Mullen going right, and the big man has a head of steam, and he stays on his feet. The ball is fumbled, and it's picked up over there by Wastel, but see where they're going to mark that ball. They're going to spot it around the 11-yard line, a pickup of 21. So the Wildcats have been dominant in this ball game so far, trying to add to a 14-0 lead here moments before halftime. Mullen, a big man in at running back for the Wildcats. 1st and 10, Wildcats at the 12-yard line of the Warriors. Story, the fullback, the tailback is Mullen. They hand off to Mullen, goes right inside the 10 and fights his way down to the 8-yard line. Big guy to try to tackle. Ryder in on the tackle amongst others. A gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Wildcats at the 8-yard line of the Warriors. And a timeout is called for the Wildcats as they lead it 14-0 just before halftime, and they face a 2nd down and 6 at the 8-yard line of the Warriors. So the Wildcats trying to extend a 14-0 lead just before halftime, and the Wildcats 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line of the Warriors. Correa goes out of the shotgun. Looks left, throws towards the end zone. It's complete for a touchdown. Complete for a touchdown to Kaiden Wastel. Goes for 8 yards. And it's now 20-0 in favor of the Wildcats just before halftime. Boatman will try the extra point for 2 points. Correa to hold. He's 1 for 2 this afternoon. If you kick the extra point, it's worth 2, which is a little more difficult at this level. Pass or run it in, it's good for 1. And that snap in the dirt, and Boatman falls on it, and he's tackled, and the PAT is no good. So the score remains 20-0 in favor of the Wildcats. An 8-yard touchdown pass from Correa to Wastel. So 20-0 in favor of the Wildcats just before halftime, and Mark Lester will be doing the kicking off now for the Wildcats. And his kick is here to the near side, and it's batted away, and the ball pops loose, and it's going to be recovered here on the near side by Lester of the Wildcats at his own 45-yard line. He kicked the ball, and it ricocheted off a member of the Warriors, and just like that, the Wildcats have possession again. 1st and 10 from their own 45. Wildcats 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. They lead it 20-0 just before halftime. A draw play to Story. Going left now, cutting back into the middle, and he picks up about 4 yards out to the 49-yard line. Taken down inside by Dimitri Ryder, a gain of 4. Got an injured member of the Warriors who is down, being attended to. Wildcats 2nd down and 6 from their own 49-yard line. They lead it 20-0 just before the half. Handoff to the running back Story going left, slips one tackle to the outside and taken down after a gain of maybe 2, and coming away with it was Franz Jones for the Warriors. But I think the Wildcats will retain. Well, no, it is a turnover. A turnover, and Jones comes away with it for the Warriors. And coming out at quarterback, Kamasi Tagaloa. Wildcats with a 20-0 lead. The Wildcats get the ball to start the second half as the Warriors got it first. 20-0 Wildcats just before halftime. Warriors 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. Tagaloa will go out of the shotgun, and we've got a false start on that left guard for the Warriors, who stood up a little bit quick. It'll cost the Warriors. Well, check that. Well, it was. In fact, it was false start. 5 yards against the Warriors. It'll be 1st and 15 from their own 44. Time is really dragged out here at the end of the first half. Not much time remaining, and the Wildcats leading 20-0. Tagaloa out of the shotgun. He looks to throw, has pressure, in trouble, and down he goes back at the 30-yard line. It was Garcia with the sack. And also getting back there was Surge and Rodriguez for the Wildcats, and it's a big loss on the play. It is a loss of 12 back to the 32-yard line of the Warriors. It is 2nd down and 27. With the Warriors all the way back now at their 32-yard line. 4 receivers. Tagaloa goes out of the shotgun. High snap. He heaves it here to the near side, and it goes incomplete. 3rd down and 27 for the Warriors from their own 32-yard line. They need the other 41 for a first down after the incompletion attempt to Ryder. Ryder goes in motion. Tagaloa out of the shotgun. They hand off on a delay to Ryder, who cuts it to his left, stays on his feet and drags a defender, which is Garcia, out to the 39-yard line, a pickup of 7. And that is the end of the first half, with the Wildcats leading by a score of 20-0.
They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
And welcome back, everybody. Start of the second half. It is 20-0 in favor of the Wildcats. On Correa with an 8-yard run for a touchdown to begin with, and a 51-yard touchdown pass to White. Correa a 8-yard touchdown pass to Wastel, and that's the 3 scores so far today. And Warriors had the ball first, so the Wildcats will get it first to start the second half. Clough strikes that kick, and it's picked up at the 32-yard line. The Wildcats bring it forward to about the 44, a 12-yard return, and ball was returned by Anthony Oliver of the Wildcats. 78 degrees. It was a little bit breezy early on out here at La Jolla High School out in Avondale, out on the west side. Phoenix metro area, but no breeze whatsoever now, but 78 degrees and very, very nice. Good field position for the Wildcats. First down and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Both teams trying to win their first ball games of the season. Both are 0-1. Wildcats lost a close ball game 14-13, while the Warriors were beaten 35-0. Beaten pretty badly in that first week. So it'll be first down and 10, Wildcats from their own 44-yard line. Correa is the quarterback. 3 receivers set with 2 backs in the backfield. Correa goes out of the shotgun. They hand off going right this time. It's Romero trying to get to the outside, and he does, and he picks up about 6. So Romero gets the carry and races out to the far side. Chased out of bounds by Davis. So Caden Romero getting that carry. Correa again will go out of the shotgun with 3 receivers on second down and 3. And movement on the line, and that is going to be, in fact, offside against the Warriors. It'll be a free 5 yards for the Wildcats. And an automatic first down and 10 for the Wildcats at the 44 of the Warriors. This is game 3 of the afternoon. Game 1 at noon was 8-0. The Warriors against the Casa Grande Scorpions. Warriors winning 33-6. The 2 p.m. ball game, the Warriors winning 47-0 over Eastern Arizona. First down and 10, a handoff to the tailback. Dancing and racing into the secondary that time was Blake Beck, and he's inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. A 17-yard pickup, and Blake Beck looking like Crazy Legs Hirsch that time. And the Wildcats move the ball first and 10 at the 27 of the Warriors. So a couple of new backs in the backfield getting some carries. Now it's first and 10, Correa out of the shotgun. He looks to throw, a man in his face, lofts it high into the air, and he overshot the intended target. Kai Morrow down around the 1-yard line. Caden Romero, 26 in the backfield for the Wildcats. 2 backs in the backfield on second down and 10. Correa out of the backfield or I should say out of the shotgun, 2nd and 10 at the 27. Correa looks to throw, fires over the middle into traffic. It's complete down to the 14-yard line to Kaiden Westall, and that'll be enough for a first down. They'll spot him down at the 15, a pickup of 12. And the Wildcats looking to increase their lead. 20-0 Wildcats here. Wastell hobbling a little bit as he lines out to the left at wide receiver for the Wildcats. About 6 to 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. A high snap. Handoff going right. Blake Beck gets to the outside, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. 15 yards for Beck. And it's 26-0 in favor of the Wildcats. About 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. If they can get to a 30-0 lead or more, it'll be a continuous clock. Kent Boatman will try a 2-point kick conversion. He is 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Correa to hold. High snap, and they really can't get it down in time, and the kick is blocked. It is no good, and the score remains 26-0 Wildcats. About 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Boatman will kick off for the Wildcats as they lead at 26-0. About 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and that is fielded at the 41-yard line by the Warriors and Ryder, and he returns it right around 3 yards out to the 44-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Warriors from their own 44. Tackle made by Serge Cummings. 26-0 in favor of the Wildcats. About 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 1st and 10, Warriors from their own 44. Tagaloa will go out of the shotgun for receivers. Looking a little bit into that sun is the quarterbacks for the Warriors. Ryder goes in motion. They pitch it to Ryder going left. Not a lot of room, and he's going to be bottled up for a loss of about a yard. Going to say the Wildcats and Cummings had the ball and took it back a little ways, but I think the play was whistled dead. It'll be a loss of 1. 2nd and 10, Warriors from their own 44-yard line. Cisneros out of the shotgun. Davis in the backfield to his left. He played in the 11 and under ball game. 3 receivers. Tagaloa being chased, rolls to his right, and he is going to be sacked and tackled here on the near side by Aiden Buitrago. Loss back to the 38-yard line, a loss of 6. It's 3rd and 16. Tagaloa just couldn't find anybody that time and ended up losing 6 yards on the sack by Aiden. 3rd and 16. The Warriors need the 46 of the Wildcats to get the first down. Wildcats leading 26-0 here, closing moments of the third quarter. 4 10-minute quarters. Tagaloa out of the shot. Well, check that. Cisneros checks in. He throws it high. It is complete. And racing to the near side here for the Warriors. And close to the first down is Franz Jones. And we've got a penalty marker down and an injured Wildcat. If everything stands, it will be a pickup of about 22. The penalty, well, they're going to wave off the flag. So the nice run by Jones will count, and it'll be a first down, I believe, for the Warriors. Cummings, the injured player for the Wildcats, checks out. It'll be 1st and 10, Warriors of the 37-yard line of the Wildcats, and Cisneros had it for a second, but that play didn't come off at all. It's going to be a fumble and recovered by the Wildcats. And recovered by the Wildcats, Amalani. It'll be 1st and 10, Wildcats from their own 41-yard line. Well, now they are going to say it was an incomplete pass. So incomplete pass, the ball remains with the Warriors, and it's 2nd down and 10. Cisneros being chased, and down he goes, and the Wildcats' Raiden Rodriguez throws him down close to midfield. It'll be a loss of about 8. In fact, they're going to say not down at midfield, closer to the 47-yard line, a loss of 5, about 3rd and 15 for the Warriors. Ball resting at the 47 of the Wildcats. Wildcats up 26-0, closing moments of the 3rd quarter. Need to get to the 32 for a first down, do the Warriors. And a timeout is called by Ohana. 163. 3rd down and long. Tagaloa buying time, now takes off, and he's going to be taken down for a loss. And the Wildcats be 4th down and about 20 for the Warriors at the 48-yard line of the Wildcats. Wildcats thinking there might be a punt as Kaiden Wastel is back deep. The Warriors facing 4th down and 20. Tagaloa throws, and it goes incomplete. It's intended on that crossing route for Ryder, and on downs, the Wildcats will take over, leading 26-0 here, nearing the end of the 3rd quarter. Wildcats take over 1st down and 10 from their own 48-yard line. They lead it 26-0. Nearing the end of the 3rd quarter, Correa will go out of the shotgun. Man comes in motion is Morrow. And a handoff to the tailback straight ahead as Blake Beck fights his way close to the first down. And he picked up 11 down to the 41-yard line, maybe officially the 41 of the Warriors. And Warriors defense appears to be getting a little bit tired as the Wildcats working on a shutout, and that may be the end of the 3rd quarter.
They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
Start of the 4th quarter, the Wildcats leading by a score of 26-0 out here at La Jolla High School out in Avondale, way out on the west side of Phoenix. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats at the 41-yard line of the Warriors, and a handoff straight ahead, and just a short pickup. Mullen, I believe it was Mullen. Yes, it was Mullen, 24, getting the carry going straight ahead. Picked up about 2 inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Checking out for the Wildcats is Morrow. And checking in, Mark Lester. 2nd down and 8. Correa will go under center for the Wildcats. 2 receivers set. Backs in the I formation. Man goes in motion. The handoff going left. This is Amalani, and he is hit and dropped in the backfield. Amalani hit and dropped in the backfield that time by Julian Torres. So Torres coming up and making a nice play. A loss of 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 13. And we've got a man on the far side that's down on one knee, Kalani Amalani for the Wildcats. So after the injury, it is 3rd down and 13 for the Wildcats at the 44-yard line of the Warriors. Wildcats up 26-0 early stages of the fourth quarter. Correa will go out of the shotgun. And he will look to throw, looks to his left. Pulls it in, throws with a man in his face, and it is complete. Penalty marker comes in. It's complete all the way down the far sideline to Lester and shoved out of bounds around the 14-yard line. If it counts, it'll be a pickup of 29, but legal man downfield for the Wildcats. It's coming back. 3rd down and 18 for the Wildcats at the 48-yard line of the Warriors. Roughly 8:14 remaining in the fourth quarter. 26-0 Wildcats. Correa, quick dump off left side. It is complete to LaRon White, who fights his way ahead. Tiptoes the left sideline and finally tripped up inside the 20-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle all the way down close to the 15-yard line. So the long gain by the Wildcats is coming back due to holding. It'll be 3rd down and about 18 once again for the Wildcats' 49-yard line of the Warriors. They need right around the 30-yard line for a first down. 26-0 Wildcats, about 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Wastel comes in motion to the near side, a 4-receiver set. Correa goes out of the shotgun. Wastel again in motion. Correa looks left. Heaves it again, the same spot, and threw it a little bit long that time. Wildcats will go for it on 4th down and 19 at the 49-yard line of the Warriors. Four receivers. Correa will go out of the shotgun. High snap, he gathers it in and throws it deep down the middle of the field and overshot the intended target, Kai Morrow, who was open between the hash marks around the 25-yard line. On downs, the ball will go back over to the Warriors. Warriors take over on downs, 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. Kamasi Tagaloa is the quarterback for the Warriors. Wildcats leading 26-0. About 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. 4-receiver set for Tagaloa, who goes out of the shotgun. A high snap. It is snapped directly to the running back, and he's not able to really get anything on the play. It was snapped to Davidson. It was high. He quarterbacked in the 11 and under ball game. Coming up and making a play for the Wildcats was Chaz Garcia. That play didn't get off the ground at all. Wildcats were signaling it was their ball. At a minimum, it'll be a 4-yard loss for the Warriors. So Davidson is now in. He's been in the backfield. Jeremiah Davidson, who quarterbacked in the 11 under ball game. 2nd down and 14 for the Warriors from their own 45-yard line. Four receivers on the play. A low snap to Davis, the running back. He's going to take it himself going right. Plunges forward over the 45 to about the 47-yard line. He was one of the star players on the 11 under ball game. Returned a interception, 61 yards for a touchdown, and gain of about 2. It'll bring up 3rd down and 12 for the Warriors from their own 47-yard line. They need the other 41 for a first down. $26-0 in favor of the Wildcats. About 7:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. 4 receivers rolling to the near side, and the penalty marker comes in. It's a keeper, and that is Jeremiah Davidson, again, who quarterbacked in that first ball game. He wanted some illegal roughness as he was chased out of bounds over here by Luke Lester, wearing number 44, but didn't get the penalty. So let's see what the referees sort out. It's going to be face masking against the Wildcats. And they're going to tack on a few more yards. Face masking against the Wildcat. Well, it might be offsetting penalties here. Some confusion a little bit with the referees. 3rd down and 6 for the Warriors, the 47-yard line of the Wildcats, offsetting penalties. Ball remains at the 47. It's 26-0 Wildcats, about 7 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. And the referees still trying to kind of sort out a few of the penalties. There were penalties on both teams that last play, but some confusions with the refs. It sounds like they're going to say it's first down for the Warriors, and that will be the case. 1st and 10 for the Warriors and the 47 of the Wildcats. So now it's all sorted out. It's 1st down and 10, Warriors and the Wildcat 47, and this play gets whistled dead as it's going to be offside against the Wildcats. It'll be 1st and 5, Warriors at the 42 of the Wildcats. It's kind of slowed things down a bit, but they get the clock going again. Warriors 1st and 5 at the Wildcat 42. The backfield, 5 receivers set out of the shotgun. Franz Jones got the snap and fired incomplete to the far side. Second down and 5 for the Warriors of the 42-yard line of the Wildcats. Cisneros now checks in at quarterback with 5 receivers and empty backfield. Cisneros gets a snap and throws it a little bit short near the first down marker. It goes incomplete to Christian Flores. Second down and 5 for the Warriors of the 42-yard line of the Wildcats after the timeout. It is 26-0 Wildcats. About 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. 4 receivers set out of the shotgun. Cisneros in trouble, and down he goes. It was Chaz Garcia and Serge Cummings combining for that sack. The ball be spotted all the way back at the 49-yard line. A loss on the play of 7. It'll bring up 4th down and 12. It's turned into a perfect afternoon. Temperature right around 78. And the beginning of the day, it was fairly breezy out, but no wind to speak of at all right now. 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Wildcats up 26-0. 4th and 13 Warriors from the 49 of the Wildcats. They need to get to the 37 for a first down. Rolling to his right is Smith, or I should say Jones, being chased, and he's going to get back to that original line of scrimmage. But on downs, it'll go back to the Wildcats. So that's the final ball game. Wildcats winning 26-0. Their record evens up at 1-1. The Warriors' Ohana drops to 0-2. I'm Eric Anderson for Jeff Lowry. Have a good evening.